What's good, YouTube? It's your girl Z Baby with another freaking video, and in today's video, I'm finally dropping my DUI story time. If you're new to my channel, on this channel, I do haul vlogs. I was doing food videos, but we're gonna get back to it. But I slowed down on that, but we're gonna get into it. But today is gonna be my DUI story. I've been harboring this story for like a year and a half now, so further ado, let's get right into it. And before I get into this video, you know it wouldn't be another lit story time unless I had this Pennsylvania Dutch. Y'all, this is my eggnog. Christmas is tomorrow, so this is my Christmas Eve gift to me. Very, very good, okay? Because, you know, when I start sipping, it's pretty good. And if you hear some noise in the background, that's my family members. They're being really, really irritating. Right, I'm downstairs, like down below another floor, and it's like this light be making a whole rack of noise. My voice is cracking, but anyway. Okay, guys, so I'm about to go ahead and get right into the story time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All right, so this happened to me about a year ago, right around this time. So I got my DWI probably like, I think it was a year, I say 2020. And this is right before we were not wearing masks at the moment. So there was no mask wearing whatsoever. So there was no mask wearing. So again, it was around Christmas time. So it's like right before Christmas. I think it was like probably like I give it the 23rd. So I remember it like yesterday. I was in my car driving, and before I was even on the road, let's fast forward back to what I was doing before I even got on the road. So basically, I was at home watching Home Alone because that's my shizness. That's my movie. Around the holidays, I love to watch me some Home Alone. Like, that's my stuff. That's what I'm into. You know, I'm a big Disney fan. If you do not know, I love all the Christmas movies around this time because that's just what I like to do. So I was watching Christmas movies, and at the time, you know, I wanted to go outside to go get some snacks. I was drinking wine with myself, and I was eating a salad talking to my mother. So, you know, my mom was telling me, you know, you should just stay in, like, you can get it tomorrow. And I'm like, no, I want to get it now. So I went out there and I got what I got. So I drove to the store, got all my things from the store, and then I quickly left. I went to 7-Eleven, if you're wondering. So after I left 7-Eleven, before I got on the mid of the road, I was driving down the hill, not speeding, just driving down the hill, trying to get back to my destination because, you know, it was cold outside and I had literally my pajamas on. I didn't have these pajamas on, but I had like some Christmas pajamas on, you know. So I'm in my car driving, and all of a sudden, guess who comes? The red, white, and blue. Yes, the red, white, and blue comes. So as they come towards me, they sneak about the bushes, which I really don't F with. Like, I don't like that, like, hiding and seeking and then coming out parading on me, because it's exactly what it was. So the officer had told me, like, he thinks he sees my tail light out, and I'm like, what are you talking about? I got that fixed last week. So he was like, yeah, your tail light's out. He was like, can I have your license and registration? So at the time, I could only find my license. So I gave him my license, and I could not find my registration because my registration was actually at MVA, when I shortly found out that the MVA never issued me my registration. So at the time, I did not have the registration, so I just gave him my license. So then he asked me where was I coming from, and I said I was coming from the store. And then he said, oh, your breath smells like alcohol. And I was like, here we go with the bullshit. See, this is my problem. First of all, we went from tail light, and now all of a sudden you're telling me that you smell alcohol. So I was irritated right then. So he asked me to step out the car. I did not want to step out the car. At that time, I had lit me up a cigarette because I was really pissed and I was really angry and really upset. And I was like, you know what? I don't care. So I lit my cigarette up and I was sitting in my car. He was asking me, can you please put that out? I said, no, I'm not putting out anything. He said, oh, but you need to because you have to do the sobriety test. I said, I'm not doing that test. I don't want to do it. I was like, this is some bullshit. You decided to take me out of my car for no apparent reason. And now that you're taking me out of my vehicle, or whatever, I don't want to do your sobriety test. Why do I want to do your sobriety test? For what? So we were going back and forth or whatever. I was on the side of the car smoking a cigarette. I didn't, like want to do anything else because I was irritated. And I felt like he was just like bothering me. So he proceeded with the test. I did not do the test. And then he brought back up, they twisted my arm, which I really didn't appreciate. Three men, Caucasian men at that, twisting my arm. I didn't appreciate that. So, I was really, really upset or whatever. I felt like I was being police brutality against me. And I was just irritated. So, as I did that or whatever, they took me into the police station and they asked me a bunch of questions. So the questions that they asked me was my name, my information, my license. They put me there. They asked me to blow on the machine. I got something on here. They asked me to blow in the machine, so I blowed in the machine. When I blew in the machine the first time, there was an error, so they couldn't get anything. So I blew again, and they couldn't get anything. So I blew again, and they couldn't get anything. Each time, it said error. And as I explained to him in the beginning, and I told him, I said, look, dude, I'm not drunk. Like, I'm not drunk. I was like, I had some wine. Like, I was in the house. I haven't even been partying. I didn't go to a lounge. He was just being petty. So as he does that, he was like, well, since you can't blow or whatever, he was like, we have to take you in. I was for processing. I said, take me in for processing for what? He's like, we have to take you in for processing. I said, so you're going to take me to the Montgomery County Jail for a night? He was like, absolutely. I was like, I was so petty. So he was like, we need to check your bag if you have any drugs. I'm like, check my bag. I don't take drugs. So you can check my bag all you want to. So it was I was very like pissed and angry or whatever because y'all trying to throw this DWI on me or whatever without no really proof for real. It's here or there. You don't really have any information. So the laws have changed now. If you refuse, you don't get a get out of free jail card anymore. They still take you in for processing. So they took me in for processing, and I was very irritated. I'm not gonna lie. I was pissed. I was angry when I got there. I was irritated. I was behind a glass for, I say, about 24 hours. And I was telling them, you have to let me out because I have to go to work tomorrow or whatever. Like, I need to get to my job. Like, that's all I need to do. I remember getting to my job and everything, talking about how my car got towed. I had the money to get my car towed because they towed my car. I had a friend from work take me to the location to go get my vehicle. But, after I did all of that, I was just like very irritated because I felt like they was just basically racial profiling me for no freaking reason. So when I was in the jail cell, before I got my car and I went to work that day, I was irritated. I was sitting next to this girl, and this girl that was sitting there, whatever, it was something mentally ill with her. Something was really, really wrong with her. So she was just singing like, hi, hello, how are you? I'm like, oh my God, they have me in the cell with this person. I'm really, really irritated. Y'all, if y'all hear someone talking, it's my mother. It's just like, she's having this long conversation. She knows that I'm filming this video. So if y'all hear talking, like I said, it's my family members. But I'm going to try to edit this video to take some of the sound out. So she's like, hi. And I was like, yo, this is irritating. Like, this is what people deal with when they're in jail with someone you don't know. She's like, can I just have me a sandwich? I was like, no, you cannot have my sandwich. I'm like, yo, I don't even want the sandwich. You can have the whole sandwich. I don't want it, but you can't have some of my sandwich. Like, I'm not about to eat a bit and give it to you. She's like, okay. So I just gave her, matter of fact, I don't think I gave her anything. I threw the bag on the floor and I ate my pretzels, and I was very upset. And then after that, like, I had to take a number 2. So I had to take a poop inside of the toilet or whatever, and I was really mad or whatever. And all I was thinking, like, if I just stayed my ass in the house, this never would have happened. So then they brought this other girl in there or whatever, and they brought her in because she didn't have a license or whatever. So far they had brought in a Spanish girl, this white girl that was losing her mind. Matter of fact, she was losing her mind so much that like they had to take her to a different cell because like once she started doing all this stuff that I told you, she started screaming and like banging on stuff, and it was like, oh yeah, she gotta go. Like they put her somewhere else. So the next girl that was with me was a Spanish girl. She came in there and she got thrown in there and she had on a dress and it was her birthday. And I was like, dang, that's like the worst to be in jail on your freaking birthday. Like, come on now, like that's really irritating to be in jail on your birthday. She was like, yeah, it's my birthday. I was turning out with my friends. I was driving fast and I didn't have my license. The officer pulled me over and now I'm here. I said, dang girl, I know this is not the way you wanted to spend your time, in the jail on your birthday. And she was like, no, I didn't. She said, I really didn't want to spend my birthday in here, but I'm here. So we was talking, we was getting along. She was cool. So finally, like the morning time, they let me up and they explained all my charges to me and or whatever. And the whole thing about this whole situation is that I really felt, like I said, racial profile when they pulled me over because my lights were, nothing was wrong with them. So long story short, after I get out of the jail cell, I get to work and I tell this long story. I said, shoot, they locked me up and I still got to work on time. She said, dang, some people didn't even get to work on time and they wasn't even locked up. I said, yeah, because, I'm not going to miss a day of work. This is what my manager had said. So after, I got to work and everything, they read me my charges or whatever, and then I had my court date that I had to follow up with, which I was super irritated with the court date because the court date was basically like having all these charges, and if I didn't comply to like the rule or the program, they wanted to lock me up for 3 months. You're not locking me up for 3 months because I have a channel and I have things to do. Now I've been keeping this a secret for a long time because I was like, I don't want people to judge me off the bat. So I was like, let me just go ahead and get this story time when I'm off of the interlock. So, they read me on my charges, and of course the red, white, and blue came, the dude that pulled me over, because if he didn't come, I would have been able to walk, but he came with his with his pants all tight, looking like looked like a park ranger or whatever, and then he was happy that I took the guilty plea, which is some BS, which I really could have fought it, but if I fought it, I would have to spend 3 months in jail, and I'm like, no, I'm not doing that, because like in Montgomery County, they raised the bar for the penalty for drinking and driving because an officer got killed not too long ago. So I was just like, nah, they not doing that to me, so I'm not going to be dealing with that. So I was just like, forget it, I will do the program. So I did the program. Now, the first 3 months, I did not have the interlock in my car, so I was just, driving normal as regular. And then they started asking me to do alcohol classes because was the year 2020. And it was actually like 2019, was ending and it was 2020. So, I paid for my alcohol classes. My alcohol classes was like $100 a piece. And at this time, I was gifted with the unemployment because my job had recently closed at the time. So my job had recently closed. So I only had one source of income. I was working part-time at a nursing home. And it was just like the worst part of my life at that point. I'm glad that part of 2021 is over because like I went through a lot, and then after, I paid for my alcohol classes and I had to do like this class of completion and then alcohol letter saying that, I completed the class. And then after the completion of the class, I had to do the interlock for a whole year and a half. And I've had some violations on it. So every time you drink at night or whatever and you blow into the device, that's a violation. So, I say all of that, because I wasted a lot of money. And yet instead, if I wasn't on that program, I would have had so much money saved and probably would have been able to move somewhere. And the worst about the whole situation about this interlock program is the fact that when it's in your car, you can't move, you can't go to a different address, you can't go out of town, you can't go on vacation, you can't do anything. You're strictly to drive that vehicle. And it was just like, I was a slave to that vehicle. So as of this year of December, I think it was, the 20th, or whatever. I got my completion letter. I've completed my interlock program, and I got me a new car, 2021. If y'all seen that vlog, Nissan Versa, and I traded in my Rio. But I go to say this, it is the holidays, 'tis the season to, get lit, but just stay off the road if you can, because I feel like this is the time when the red, white, and blue wants to enforce the law the most. And when you're having your best moments, they want to ruin your moment. So, I do understand drinking and driving is against the law and people do get killed, but at the same time, or whatever, I know how it feels to, like, when you're trying to get back in your home. And I need to put this in the story. I also, told him that, this is my neighborhood. And he was like, you don't live in this neighborhood. So right off the bat, it wasn't a pleasant experience. But, I've learned my lesson, $7,000 down the drain. But it is what it is. You live, you learn, you get better, you get stronger. This year, I'm all about focusing on my finances, my credit score going up. I'm starting to save more money. And, I just want to write all of my new goals down for this new year. I will have an end of the year video like I did last year or whatever, like my new goals, because it needs to happen. So I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. Whew. It's been a long one, and I learned my lesson, and at this point in my time in my life, I don't even have time to really go outside. I hope you guys enjoyed my story time. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and leave a comment down below, and let me know how I'm doing my videos, because I need to know how I'm doing my videos, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.